What happens when three accountants walk into a bar?
Understand what's on your balance sheet. What's on your balance sheet?
I was about to be like, what's a balance sheet?
So the balance sheet is going to tell you what your assets are, what your liabilities are, and what is your net worth.
They always say you have to take the money, get the money, apply for the money, etc. when you don't need it. So cash flow is a huge thing.
And so it's not just about having in accounting software a professional. You have to have the team.
Well, I hope you're ready for this because this is what it looks like when you have three accountants sitting on, well, you're on a couch. I'm on a chair.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello. We're excited to be here.
You know what? Like what happens when three accountants walk into a bar? I'm just joking.
We drink.
We drink heavily.
Yes.
Let's talk about numbers. Do you want to talk about numbers? Because I like to talk about numbers.
Sure. What would you like
Nobody ever wants to talk about numbers with me, but I'm so excited about talking about numbers with you too. I would venture to say probably, I think we said this earlier, but I'm going to go a little bit higher, like 95% of business owners know nothing about finance. Wouldn't you say? Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Especially, when someone's like, I saw this on TikTok or I saw this on Instagram. And you're like, oh no, here we go,
Right. Oh yeah.
Where are you getting your tax advice from?
I Googled how to start a business on TikTok. Did you Google on TikTok? I'm probably not a thing.
I'm sure it's there.
What do you think is like the one thing as you're both CPAs? So what do you think is the one thing as a CPA that is the most underutilized like tax strategy? Why don't you tell me?
I would say, honestly, not necessarily like a specific law or a specific rule, but having a tax person. Like having the person that you can send an email to, having someone you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I've got a quick question, and get help. Because if you are Googling or are watching TikToks, odds are like you have a problem and that's not the place to go to get an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I would 100% agree with that, as well as have an accounting software to help you.
My gosh.
I'm
Wait,
just saying.
can we just hold on a second? All right. So I told them when I was an accountant and before I launched my first business 17 years ago, and I used to do taxes on the side, like just quick money. You know what I mean? I'm nothing that you all are doing here, but like quick money. And do you know how many people, like, is this still a thing? Do they still bring you like shoe boxes?
With receipts? Absolutely.
Shoe boxes with receipts?
Now they just give you their bank statement information
right.
and say, hey, here you go. And you're like, okay.
Okay, so you heard it first. Do not deliver a shoebox of receipts or a bank statement to your CPA because that's a lot of mess. Get yourself an accounting software. I think that's so important. Like that's the number one thing, right? So if you have started a business, you're thinking about starting a business, or you have a business that's 10 years old or 20 years old, it's never too late.
Absolutely.
Right? Get an accounting software and get a professional.
Please.
Please.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I love that. What about and so when we're talking about like money in general, what do you think most people are bootstrapping probably? Yeah. Bootstrapping in their business.
Say so.
Bootstrapping in their business. And what if there was someone who has investors? Like, is that like a delicate, like, how do you navigate that as like a CPA or for like a financial accounting firm? If I have an investor, are you running like the strategy of like who gets, because at some point these investors are probably like, hey, I need to get paid.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think one of the big things is you see people come in and they say, okay, we're the owners, or this is our strategy, or this person's doing this. And you say, okay, well, where are the documents that support this? Mm-hmm. And then you have to tell them, well, now you need an attorney that has to actually draft this. And I can help you with the tax portion of the language in there, but I can't help you put this agreement together. And have you really thought this through? And have you really thought, what happens when you guys are really mad at each other and you're done? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't think from all the way from beginning to end. Absolutely. And the unfortunate thing is, especially when friends and really good relationships are involved, there's a lot of emotion that runs high and it can end very sour for a lot of people. And if they haven't thought through that, it becomes very problematic and drawn out. And so it's not just about having in accounting software a professional. You have to have the team to support the business.
I love this. Yeah.
And an attorney is going to be one of those players in there too. And, we're going to refer you. That's a question for your attorney. You need to get their opinion on it.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
Shop Talk by Now. Financial.
This has been fun.